Today I'm gonna do welcome to Sweetie Pie. Sorry, I just finished washing my hair, so it's late out here on the West Coast. It's late. So we're gonna start with Welcome to Sweetie Pie, season 3, episode 4. It starts off at the mangrove. It's kind of crowded. So Tim, it's real crowded. So Tim is trying to basically figure out like what they gonna do, what can they do so the restaurants won't be so crowded. So Janae brings little TJ over to see his dad, and they's talking about what can he do. So he's telling her about he wants to do a delivery service. And she's telling him like, yeah, that's a good idea. You've been talking about it for a while, yada, yada, yada. So that's basically what this episode is about. It's about them getting a delivery service and Charles being Charles. Every episode, Charles gonna be Charles. Then they show the upper crust with Miss Robbie. She goes talk to Charles, and he's telling her that he's been sick. She's telling him that, baby, that's just a hangover, because he let her know that on Saturday he went out, and then on Sunday he woke up feeling like shit. And she's like, that's a hangover. And he was like, well, not for 2 days. And she was like, sometime it lasts 2-3 days, whatever. But she was like, that's why she don't drink, because you can have too many and it's over. And I know the feeling, because I'm not a drinker either. And I one time had a hangover and I was like, oh hell no, I know this ain't for me. So I understand what Miss Robbie was saying. I love Miss Robbie. She just be speaking the real truth. She just so real. So yeah. Tim, best friend Slim, come to the restaurant, to the Mangrove. And he is so flirting with the employees there. And I was like, he is so And they trying to be all nice and cordial to him. And I would have put him in his place. He asked her to go for her phone number. She's smiling because she see the cameras there. And I'm sitting there like, he is so And I always say that about him, because I be like, when is he going to grow up? And Tim, and this is really the friend that you want. I understand this is your best friend. But this dude is acting like he's a teenager, and he just all kind of wrong. So anyway, he talking to Tim. He telling Tim how he needs to go and start dating to make Janae jealous. Let me tell you guys this. That is not how you make a woman jealous. That's how I keep trying to tell y'all. There's a difference between women, little ass girls, rat chicks, whatever. There's different levels to this type of shit, because when you go try to find somebody to make another woman jealous, that's not going to make her want you. That's going to always make her think like this motherfucker can always, at any time that we get into it, he's going to go look for somebody else. So Tim, don't listen to your dumb ass friend. And he over there saying, ooh, it sounds like a good idea, Sim, talking about going to the club, and then you're going to go to the club to find one to make me jealous. So now you're going to go find a hood rat to make me jealous, and I'm supposed to be a well-respected woman with your child? I'm just saying, that is not going to make Janae jealous. What is going to happen is Janae's going to go find a real man, and you're going to be really, really pissed off. That's what's going to happen, Tim. I'm just saying. Then we go to the upper crust. It's crowded. Everybody's looking for Charles, because Charles is having opened the bar part, and they really don't understand. It's like he's nowhere to be found. He's not answering his phone. He's not answering his text messages. And Robbie calling everybody, his friends, people they think will know him, and he's not showing up. And I'm sitting there like, he is so irresponsible, and I'm so tired of you guys giving him opportunity after opportunity and think shit gonna change with Charles. I'm just saying, you got a better chance with Andre. At the Mangrove, Tim goes to Mr. Bussy and tells him how he wants to start the delivery service. Mr. Bussy is, skeptical, but he feel like it's a good idea. He asked him, have he told his mom? Well, first he asked him how much it was going to cost. Tim is like, don't want to give a number, but he's telling him how he bought a car and how he got these menu things made up. And I'm sitting there like, Tim is such a douchebag. He do not care about who money he spends, because we quite sure it's not his. I don't care how much he runs Mangrove. That's still Miss Robbie's restaurant, and he just spends money like it's his. And I don't get it. He never goes to his mom and asks her what do she think before he spends her money. He always make all these big ass ideas and then go tell her about it. His ass needs to be fired too. I'm just saying. You can't just be spending thousands of dollars and then not knowing how this shit gonna go. You could have been doing deliveries in your own damn car. I'm just saying, don't spend no money that your ass don't got. So anyway, Mr. Buster tell him he needs to go tell his mom, and he's like, oh God, oh God. Then everybody's still looking for Charles. He still ain't answering his phone. Tim and Slim, they go play pool. They still talking about how he needs to go to the club and he needs to make Janae jealous. Then his other friend comes, the preacher dude from work. He comes and tell him like, this is not what you want. So Tim is always gonna have that good dude on the shoulder and the bad dude on the shoulder telling him what to do and what not to do. And I'm just like, Tim, you need to listen to the friend that probably got a woman, that probably had a relationship with a woman. Then listen to the dude that's single and trying to get some hood rats and got 2 baby mamas. I'm just saying. Next, because finally Charles shows up. Charles look like shit. He's 3 hours late. He goes talk to Miss Robbie. She just goes off and tells his ass to get out. She don't even want to see him at that moment. So I'm like, Tim, I mean, why would you even show up to work? You should have just said, fuck it, I'm gonna show up tomorrow, call in, say, hey, I don't feel good. But just to show up 3 hours late, you should have just called and said, look, I don't feel good. I'll talk to Miss Robbie when I come to work, or I'll call her when she get off. But that time was not the time. So he felt stupid. His friends come in later. I would have told them like, look, y'all, hey, I'm already in trouble. Hey, y'all gotta go to another bar. They come and talk to Monique and tell her how they went out and how they always go out. They gonna come in to like 5, 6 in the morning, and that they do it 5 or 7 times, 5 nights out of 7 nights out of the week. I'm sitting there like, Charles. And then y'all noticing he got a drinking problem. Why is he still working in the bar area? I'm just saying. Yeah, Miss Robbie, then he go talk to Miss Robbie. Miss Robbie is basically telling him, like, this is the last talk. I'm tired of your shit. She's telling him everybody's been worried about him, and how she feel like she's being used, and how he comes to work late every day. And she just can't take it no more. So she tell him he's fired. She tell him he needs to move out the house. He needs to move back in with his mama. He's sitting there looking real stuck on fucking stupid, but Miss Robbie is serious as shit, and Miss Robbie is so hurt that she even got to tell her nephew this type of shit. But he don't get it. After that, Tim, he goes show Miss Robbie the delivery card. That card, like I said, he should have broke his own shit. Cause this car only looked good on the outside. All in the inside fucked up. She was saying there wasn't a radio, the antenna was coming off, the door wouldn't open. He couldn't even find the key to the car. But he bought a car. I think that shit should come out of his paycheck. I'm just saying. Tim and Slim, they go to the club. Tim comes with this suit on, and I'm like, what kind of club did you think you were going to? Was you going to a 40 and over club? Did you think you was going to a 40 and over club? And then everybody else there was under 35. I'm just saying. But he was at the wrong club for that wardrobe. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it was a bad wardrobe. I just said it wasn't for the right occasion. He was so out of place. He really didn't drink. His friend was trying to make him drink. His friend trying to make him talk to girls. He was so out of place and didn't know what to do. He looked it out of place. I wouldn't have talked to him. I wouldn't have danced with him. I wouldn't have got a drink from him. I'm just saying. Tim just don't look like the dude that should be at the club scene whatsoever. I'm just saying. After that, Mr. Bussey goes talks to Miss Robbie. They talk about Tim's idea. He feel like it's a good idea. So she says she's gonna give it a try. Charles is sad he got fired. So then he goes talk to Miss Robbie. They have a really emotional talk. She is hurt, but she don't really want to show her she hurt. he crying, talking about how he gonna be out the house by the end of the day or whatever. I mean, by the end of the week. And she just telling him like she don't want to do this, but he needs to learn his lesson. He needs to be responsible. He felt like, yes, it's time for him to be responsible, because he felt like as long as he's working for the family, he's going to always slack off. And I've always said that. Even like when, I think it was in season 2, when she was making him and Andre get different, jobs or whatever, I think she should have stuck to that, but no, she let him come back. And then even in the next episode, it seemed like Tim gonna let him come back. I just feel like Charles is 24, probably 25 now that it's airing, and it's time for him to get a real job or go to school or do something with himself besides always depend on Miss Bobby, because he's gonna be the death of her. She is always so worried about him, Andre, and Tim that they're gonna be at the death of her, and all of them do is need to get their shit together. I'm quite sure Andre is 18 by now, Tim is too goddamn old, and Charles is 25 by now. So y'all need to get y'all shit together, because the world needs Miss Robbie. Now that y'all introduced her to the world, I'm just saying I love Miss Robbie, and I would be so hurt if something happened to Miss Robbie, because she's stressed out over they bullshit. I'm just saying. After that, Miss Robbie and Tim, they go do like a delivery run, because to me this was a delivery run, trial little thing, because they go to his auntie house. So they go deliver, they made it there in 18 minutes, but when he get there, she didn't have enough money. And Miss Robbie was trying to teach him a lesson, like, this is what you can come across when you trying to do deliveries. People might not always have the money. You don't know where you're going, and you don't know who you're gonna come across, that you might be losing more money than what you think you're gonna be making. She just trying to tell him, and I agree with Miss Robbie. They show Charles moved out. He moved back in with his mom. Somebody gotta take him, I see. I'm just saying. But I hope that's a whole trial run. I hope she don't let him stay there forever, because he would never grow up. But yeah, that was my thing for my review for Welcome Sweetie Pie Season 3, Episode 4. I'm sorry I didn't do 3, but really wasn't too much happened with that one besides they did the contest with the shirts, and I thought that shit was stupid. And Miss Robbie told Andre he needed to get a driver's license, and he was doing with Charles' car. He was trying to learn how to drive. That's all that really happened in episode 3, so sorry I didn't do that review. But this is my review for episode 4. Make sure you rate, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Talk to me about what you thought was cool on this episode, what you thought wasn't. Do you think it was a good idea for her to fire Charles? Do you think Charles would ever grow up? Do you think that it was okay for Tim to go out and buy a car and start that delivery service without his mom knowing? Do you think he should be still running Mangrove, that he be spending her money like this? Tell me what you think about this episode, and I'll talk back. Make sure you follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Keek. I do everything by thaghettoview, THA, not THE, except my Instagram is Miss Nika, MIZZ, NEKA69. Follow me and I'll follow you back. Alright, peace.